Ever wondered how the act of forgiveness can be a catalyst for profound healing and improved mental health? This is a question that has been explored by different spiritual traditions across the globe, with fascinating insights. Our journey begins with a tale from the Buddhist tradition. A man tormented by his past actions seeks the counsel of a wise monk. The monk, after listening to his woes, asks him to fetch a handful of salt. The man does as instructed, and the monk then tells him to dissolve the salt in a glass of water and drink. The water tastes bitter and undrinkable. The monk then instructs him to dissolve the same amount of salt in a lake and taste the water. This time the man finds the water palatable. The monk explains that the salt represents his past wrongdoings. When he keeps his world small, focused solely on himself, his past actions become unbearable. But when he expands his world, engaging in acts of compassion and generosity, his past wrongdoings lessen in their impact, just like the salt in the lake. We move on to a story from the Christian tradition. A woman, burdened by guilt and resentment, approaches a priest for guidance. The priest suggests she gather a sack of potatoes, each potato representing a person she cannot forgive. She's to carry this sack everywhere, adding a potato each time a new hurt arises. Over time, the sack becomes unbearably heavy. The woman returns to the priest, exhausted and ready to let go. He tells her that this sack is the weight she has been carrying in her heart, and by choosing to forgive, she can lighten her load and find peace. Our third story comes from the Sufi tradition. A young man, angry and bitter due to a betrayal, seeks advice from a Sufi mystic. The mystic gives him a piece of raw iron and instructs him to shape it into a sword. Despite his initial frustration and pain, the man perseveres. After months of labor, he presents a beautifully crafted sword to the mystic. The mystic explains that just as the raw iron was transformed into a sword through patience and perseverance, his anger and bitterness can be transformed into forgiveness and wisdom. These stories from different spiritual traditions all convey a similar message. Forgiveness is not just about letting go of past hurts, but also about transformation and growth. By choosing to forgive, we can dissolve the bitterness of past wrongdoings, lighten the load of resentment, and transform our anger into wisdom. It's a powerful tool for improving mental health, promoting inner peace, and fostering spiritual growth. In conclusion, the art of forgiveness, as viewed through the lens of different spiritual traditions, provides a path towards improved mental health. It encourages us to expand our world through compassion, to lighten our hearts by letting go of resentment, and to transform our anger into wisdom. It's a journey of healing and growth, a journey towards inner peace and spiritual enlightenment.